real? Okay. So sometimes you have baggage that you are unaware of, and it could make a little mess. So this is like 8-9 years ago, and I am having the privilege of living with all of my friends at the time. So there's me, my 2 roommates, we're best friends. It's like 3 years, 4 years, hanging out. We're kind of slow paying our bills, but we all kind of like do it at the same time, so it's okay. And we got a new girl there, and she's not one of the friends, and she's like, you know the light's about to get cut off, right? And we're like, yeah, we're gonna pay it like next week. And she's like, all right, okay. She didn't really ever come out of her room, and I don't blame her. I do want to refer to her as shiesty bitch, though. You know what I'm talking about. You know, because you don't just come and live somewhere for 6 months and don't ever pay your gas bill. And if I see her in the street, okay, firm steady hand. So anyway, we weren't really good either at putting things away at the end of the night, especially like in the kitchen and whatnot. And it's the summertime, and why we want to cook a turkey, I don't know. It's hot, we don't have central air, you know. So we're cooking a, turkey. We think we're Iron Chef, like chop, 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 peppers and onions and garlic and marinated rosemary sauce and the drizzle, and then gotta baste, and it's great and everything. And at the time we didn't have the bottom drawer underneath the oven. It was just open, so it would get really hot or whatever. And we just kind of left the oven cracked at the end of the night and opened up the windows, went upstairs. And the next morning, we don't realize that the electricity had been shut off until we come home. And we're like, that's all right. We work at a restaurant together. Jamaican jerk hut, right? So, we take turns. She brings dinner home from the jerk hut one night. I bring dinner home the next night. And we just kind of share our dinner up in our rooms, put on some candles, have a good time, just like not having electricity, I guess. This went on for 9 days. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know how the hell we did that. Like, it's like, whatever, it'll get turned on next month, you know what I mean? It's all good, we got it. And so, me and my 2 friends were okay with this because we've done this before or whatever, and the other girl's not having it. She's just out of the house every day. And she makes a comment when she leaves. She's like, I'd seen something on the kitchen floor, crawling on the kitchen floor. I don't know what it is. And we were like, whatever. And we start realizing there's like this stench in the house, and we live on the 3rd floor, and I'm waking up to like little baby like wet flies, and they're young because they're like still hanging out. When you try to swat them, they don't fly away real fast, and I'm like, you're slow, I got you. But there's something about baby flies that makes me feel kind of nervous, and I'm like, where are these young motherfuckers coming from, right? And we come home, this is day 9, and, one of the roommates, one of the friends, she's like, I seen some baby maggots on the floor in the kitchen. And I was like, oh, we probably have like a trash bag that we forgot about. It's hot, it's like July or something. And this is the 2nd or 3rd time that we had dealt with maggots. And our one friend, my one friendly roommate was just like, she would not deal with it, and she's like, it can never happen again after the last time it happened. So I'm like, all right, I'm like, like the person that I go and do the stuff that turns everybody's stomach, because I don't know why, I don't have a problem with it. And there's no electricity, so I go to investigate. We got cheek candles, and I go downstairs, I light the cheek candle, and I'm like going around on the floor, and I'm checking out the corners, and it's all dark, and I'm like, snakes in here. Seeing flies come out, and I see that there's like one there, and then there's like a handful over there, and I'm like, they're babies. That means that there's like 1 minute left, right? That means there's adults somewhere, right? And then I'm like, wait a second. Did we ever put that turkey away? I called my roommate. I said, you gotta come help me do this. We're both in there with the tea lights, with the candles. And we go to the oven, and somehow we both put the candles in there at the same time, and it's in this tin aluminum pan, and it's just the carcass with like the basting, the Iron Chef basting, garlic, peppers, all that. Yeah, it's swimming with like baby maggots, adult maggots, flies, all going through it, and it's actually overflowing, dripping onto the floor, right? And we're like, oh no! I said, stop it! Nothing kills them. Alcohol, raid. I'm trying to call an exterminator at midnight. It's not working. I said, you get a can, and I'll get a can. And we had like little tuna fish cans or Campbell soup cans, and you had to smush that Sean and kill it, smush it and kill it. So you hold the garbage bag. And she gets a big garbage bag, double hefty. And I got like paper, plastic bags over my hands like this, and I picked it up, and it's creasing in the middle. I'm holding it, and I just dump it in the bag. We put the bag in the backyard in the trash can, and we still like, it's not good enough, they're still crawling out of the trash can. And we just poured some lighter on that fluid, lighter fluid on there, and we lit the garbage can on fire. It was plastic, and we just watched it go down. And I looked at her, and I was like, this can never, ever happen again. That's my story. Thank you.